Well, we have officially entered the age of the Stepford Experts. This is where AI can manufacture the appearance of wisdom, wealth, and experience. I want to talk about this. Don't miss this episode. I'm Carden, and I'm your host.
Welcome to the Expert in You podcast, the show where we have real conversations with established founders, firm owners, and B2B experts selling their expertise as services. We talk about what's happening now inside experienced businesses where positioning, influence, and growth directly affect opportunities and contracts. I'm Carden. Let's get into it.
Do you remember that movie that came out in 1975 called The Stepford Wives? And then I believe Nicole Kidman remade it around 2004. And all of these men had these perfect wives. They were very robotic. They looked perfect. Everything about them was robot. Well, with AI, we are now seeing this in the marketplace. And this is why it is more important than ever to do what I call business elevation. This is where you rise above AI and you build a trustworthy brand, and you are seen as a trustworthy business owner and operator and true expert. Let me tell you what's been happening. So, you know how YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, they all feed you through the algorithms, videos, and things that you typically would talk about or like to watch. Well, recently, I've been getting a lot of videos in my algorithm around generational wealth and building wealth and what old money families do and everything around money. Well, I talk a lot about money, right, on my own channel. And I am interested in obviously what people are doing to make money and how people are making money. So these videos started coming to my feed and being recommended by YouTube. But these older adults, very polished, very perfect, from gentlemen to women, are talking about generational wealth and building wealth and old money and family money. And like they're giving away all of these wealth secrets that most people don't know. Now, I will say the videos were interesting when I first started watching them. And I was like, oh, I hadn't heard that before. But more and more, as I started listening to the videos, I noticed that I was being fed the same content, but with different faces. The videos were very perfect voices, perfect appearance, perfect background. The backgrounds were even the same, from the Rolls Royce they were sitting in, to the luxury mansion they were standing in front of, to the yacht that they were sitting on. You get the picture, right? And it got me thinking about the marketplace that we're in today and how we're in such a trust crisis, and we actually have been for a long time. But AI has accelerated the trust crisis like nothing else. And so it's really important that you know how to do things differently in your business. And this is really what I want to talk about, so that you don't miss out on the clients and the customers that are looking for you. You don't miss out because you don't look trustworthy or you don't look like the person that they should choose. So this is what this episode is about. So as I help people elevate their business, be seen, be chosen, and be paid at a higher level, I want them out there in front of their ideal clients and seen as the trusted person, to be seen as really the only choice, the obvious choice in their market, and to be able to get those premium clients, those top tier clients, top dollar clients, and be able to sell their services easier above their competition. It's never going to be more important than it is today in the marketplace. Because when I started doing some deep research, when I say deep research, I Googled one of the people that was in one of the shorts that I was following and had been listening to. There was no record of this woman ever even being in the industry she claimed to be in. There was no previous life record, really, of her. There was her Instagram account, her Facebook account, her YouTube account, and they were all basically saying the same thing. But beyond that, I couldn't even learn anything about this woman. Now, to be fair, there are wealth secrets where people can hide their assets. They can hide their background. They don't put everything out there publicly. But let's just dive a little deeper into this, because it's really important that you not only are seen as the person that can be trusted, it's also important that you are not scammed. So I want to talk about that too. But as this person, it didn't show up in any way, shape, or form on Google except for these 3 platforms, I realized that none of what these videos were saying was making sense. As this person did not show up anywhere else except those platforms where she was producing the videos or someone was producing the videos, I realized that there were many things that didn't make sense as I started really thinking about it. Well, the first thing is, if you're standing in front of a mansion, claiming to have generational wealth, having more money than you can ever spend in a lifetime, you have Rolls Royces, you're on yachts, you're traveling, why would you be trying to build a YouTube channel to drive people to a book? But yet this person, or all these people actually, are driving people to a book. And the books are basically the same thing, except they have a different title, a different exterior. But even the content from video to video with different people was basically saying the same thing. Sometimes it was exactly the same. I was like, I just heard that from that person over there. It was not the same person. All of these things are things to look at when you are looking at who to follow, the advice that you take. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't some good advice in there. There were a couple of things I thought, oh, I've never heard that before. That was interesting. But do your research. Do your research before you just follow that kind of advice. And to not even be able to look up the person or to even see if they're a real person anymore. We don't even know if people are real unless you can see that they're real. For example, right now, as I'm talking to you, and this is the same thing with my clients, I don't ask them to be perfect on video. I don't ask them to produce a perfect podcast or to interview someone perfectly or to be in the media and have a perfect interview. But I do ask them to do those things. Why? Because the real them is going to show up. The real person that you can't fake is going to show. If you look at my video right now, it is not perfect. There's a shadow behind me. You see a little bit of a flickering on my television screen there. I'm not perfect. I don't look flawless. My hands are not moving the same exact way with everything that I say. That's the other thing. When you look at these videos of these people, not only do they look perfect in the perfect background and the perfect video, but even their hand movements are the same from video to video. Now, the clothes change, the background changes, but you have to look at all of these things. And I'm not only just telling you this as a word of caution for what is out there online, but it's just never going to be more important than it is now for you to elevate who you are, the business that you have, the expertise that you have, everything that you are doing, so that there's no question when people Google you that you're the real deal, that you do what you say you do, that you can be trusted, that you have credibility, that you're exceptional. And it doesn't matter how perfect the videos are. If people can Google them and not find out more about them, and that is the world that we're in, all of these things are things to be cautious of. So you want to make sure that who you are buying from and who you are following, who you are taking advice from, you want to make sure that they're real, but you also want to be that person. And that means you have to do things that other people are not doing. You have to play a bigger game. You have to be interviewed. You want to be interviewing people. You want to be putting out content that there's no question that it's you. When I see people say, oh, I have an AI clone, I just cringe because they're selling that to people, and that's how they're making their money. They're not making their money because they have an AI clone. They're selling and making money because they're teaching people how to do that. And people are always trying to think about the shortcuts. And look, AI can give you a lot of shortcuts, but it can also hurt you. It can also hurt your brand. I see it all the time. A lot of the clients that I work with, when they come to me, they've already tried creating multi-six-figure offers with AI. They've already tried creating their positioning with AI. They've already tried creating their sales process with AI. They've already tried doing many things with AI, but it's not the right thing because they are not a subject matter expert at what they're trying to do. So AI gives them very surface level. It doesn't take into account experience and expertise and judgment. When I work with clients, they get my judgment. They get my years of experience and my deep knowledge and expertise and judgment. And AI cannot duplicate that. So if you're using AI in your business, be careful. If you're following things, make sure that you're following real people. Be careful of what you are bringing in. And more than anything, I want to encourage you that this is the time to really step up and do what I call business elevation. And that means you are seen, chosen, and paid at a higher level. Don't be a Stepford expert, okay? There are enough of those out there. Let's bring the authentic you, the real you, the excellent you, but in imperfect ways so that people know it's really you. I hope you found this valuable. Let me know what you think. And look, if you would like to add $500,000 to $1 million or more to your business in the next 6 to 12 months, not putting out AI content, but you would like to have a faster, more profitable, and simpler path, then book an elevation call with me. Let's look at your business, look at the opportunity that you're probably missing completely in your business, which is where most of my clients are. And let's see how we can fast track your success. Now, I'm not making any promises that you can do that, right? I can't legally make that promise, but I will take a look at your business. And if you're ready to make those big financial leaps, then we'll see what the opportunity is for you. You can book a call with me at acarden.com, and I can't wait to help you elevate your business. Have an amazing day. God bless you. Bye-bye.
The content of this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. Although I share strategies, ideas, and success stories based on real experiences, results are never guaranteed. Every business is unique, and outcomes depend on individual effort, market conditions, and many other factors. By listening, you agree that I and my guests are not responsible for your results or actions based on the content shared. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're as excited as I am about scaling up your influence, business, and bank account, then I have just the thing for you. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show. Second, make sure you share it with someone you care about, because sharing is caring. And third, head on over to join me in my next free virtual exclusive workshop, where we'll explore proven strategies to boost your business and maximize your potential. Look, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're looking to take your business to the next level, my workshops are designed for you. So head on over to expertinyouworkshop.com to reserve your spot and get ready to transform your expertise into extraordinary success. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you achieve incredible growth. Until next time, make sure you're always seeking the expert in you, and God bless. Have an amazing day.